Good morning guys, in this video we'll consider pivot table in Excel. So guys, let's start the video without delay. Before that, do subscribe to the channel and watch till the end. Let's start the video. In Excel you can see normal table and pivot table. Pivot table mainly used to summarize, sort, reorganize, group, count, taking total, taking average of the data. All things are possible in pivot table. Also you can transform columns into rows and rows into columns. You can transform in the pivot table. The main advantage is that you can group any field in the pivot table and you can do any calculation, any advanced calculation on this data. So here you can see a normal table which consists of columns like product, date, consumer, unit price, quantity and total sale cost. Based on this table, we will be creating a pivot table. For that, all you need to do is just click insert menu. From there, you have to select pivot table. If you click that, you can see a new pop-up comes. Here you have to give two items. First of all, the source. Select a table or range by using which pivot table will be created. Here you can see the table is already selected, which is the normal table. And second, you have to give where you want to create pivot table. Do you want to create it in a new worksheet or in existing worksheet? Here I am selecting new worksheet and press OK button. You can see a new sheet is opened, and on the right side there is a section where you can configure this pivot table. Here you can see all the column names are listed of the main table, and there are 4 sections available: filters, columns, rows and values. By using this, we will be configuring our pivot table. So let's start by simply checking the total sale cost checkbox. When you click that, you can see on the values section that particular column is added, based on which a new pivot table is formed. You can see sum of total sale cost, means we are summing all the total sale cost. Here you can see the result is 77,670, means all the total sale cost is added here. If you can verify from the main table, you can see it is the sum of all total sale cost available. Next, you can see on the rows section, we will be adding the column product. If you add that, you can see on the pivot table all the products are listed, based on which sum of total sale cost of all the products are listed separately, and you can see at the end the grand total is displayed. Now on the rows section, if you add quantity also, you can see this pivot table will show quantity for each product. So you can see this pivot table become much flexible, that shows sum of total sale cost of each product separately with respect to the quantity also. Now instead of quantity, if you add customer on the rows section, on the pivot table you can see sum of total sale cost of each product based on each customer also. For more convenience, it would be better the customer will be a column. So you can see I have moved the customer from rows to column. Now you can see on the pivot table the rearrangement. The customer is displayed as columns, and you can see separately the sum of total sales cost of each customer with respect to each product. On the configuration, you can see there is a filter section. I'm adding unit price as a filter here. On the sheet you can see the filter unit price is added. You can select which filter you want. All the unit price are listed here. Here I'm selecting 40, based on which the entire pivot table will be filtered. It says that fan is the only product that comes with unit price 40. Now if you select something else, according to that the pivot table will be filtered. Here advantage is that you can do multiple selection, means multiple filter can be applied. From the unit price, I am selecting 3 options here: 100, 300 and 350, and press OK button. Once you press OK button, you can see the pivot table with these 3 filters applied. If you want to get a pivot table based on date also, just drag the date to the row section. Yes, you can see the pivot table is rearranged based on date also. Now if you want to change the design of this pivot table, what you need to do is from the menu section select design. From there you can see so many designs are available. Select any of them as per your requirement. By this way you will be able to change the design of this pivot table. If you are very beginner to the pivot table, you can see there is recommended pivot tables also. For that, from the insert section you have to select recommended pivot tables. There you can see so many recommended pivot tables available for you. From this also you can select your pivot table as per your requirement. So guys, that's all in this video. In this video I have considered pivot table in Excel. If you want doubt, write in comment section. If you like this video, press like button. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.